present themselves, and then we continue with investigations or prosecution. So we will always be dutiful in responding to calls from authority in all cases where my client is involved in either investigation or in prosecution. I thank you very much for your attention this morning, and I also thank you for the diligence that you attach to this particular case. We are trying to develop the law, all of us together. It is our responsibility as practitioners to ensure that we collaborate even in the courtroom to ensure there is a judicious decision coming from the court itself. Myself, I will be an officer of the court. Attorney General is the principal lawyer in the country and also submit to the call as an officer of the court. So it is our collective duty to ensure that justice is delivered to whoever appears before the court and ultimately even in hospital.
And you have Andy Apia Kobi. He's a lawyer for the NPP Ashanti Regional Chairman Bernard Entwe-Boesiakon, also known as Chairman Wontumi. We do understand that former Attorney General Godfred Yeboah-Dame is also expected to appear before the CID in connection with a complaint filed against him by businessman Richard Jakpa. And we have my colleague Noble Crosbyan currently at the CID monitoring events for us. We'll bring you updates as and when we have it. Now, the Bono Regional Police Command has tightened security in Sampa after a police officer was killed just yesterday. Gunmen wearing masks reportedly stormed Sampa in the Bono region in the afternoon of yesterday, opening fire in part of the township during a violent clash between rival groups. A policeman was hit and reportedly died after. According to sources, the police officer who was shot dead was chasing some perpetrators who it was alleged wanted to escalate some clashes in the town yesterday. We are closely monitoring events and will update you in subsequent bulletins. The National Identification Authority has today, the 6th of October, begun issuing Ghana cards to children between the ages of 6 and 14. The exercise we started this morning covers children who were already registered and is taking place in 56 districts across the country. The cards are being handed out at the same schools where the children first registered. Parents and guardians are required to accompany their children and must present the registration receipt that was issued during the initial registration. The NIA says that all backlogs of unprinted Ghana cards have been cleared and that other districts will be served in the coming days. It also says that fresh registration for children in this age group will be announced soon. My colleague George Quainin is monitoring events as well for us at the NIA office. He'll be joining us very shortly. You're still here on the Midday News on 3FM 92.7. Stay with us.
Hello, Ghana. It's a new year and Bill's my
And you're still here on the Midday News on 3FM and 92.7. Now, tons of onions are left to rot on farms in the Anglonga district of the Volta region as farmers struggle to get buyers amidst a significant dip in market prices. 3FM's Faisal Abdul Idrisu reports that the situation has left a multitude of farmers in distraught as the investment slipped back into the soil.
A large number of farmers in the Anglogat district cultivate onions, a major preoccupation that has served as a sustainable livelihood support for local families for many years. From May to September, farmers in Tegbi and Agbedrafo areas tilled hundreds of acres of farmland for the cultivation of varieties of onion, particularly Boko red onions. Now it's time for harvest, but the farmers are struggling to get market for their produce, resulting in huge losses.
In the market, so the thing they there. So how the thing doesn't, they're not buying the market. How they will come to the farm and buy it. The thing that I've lost now is, let's say in a kilo is 22,500 in a kilo. Yeah, that is when we bag it, it will go like 150 bucks. And before is 2,000 and then 1,007 that way. But now there is 400 cities per bag.
On the farms, tons of onions are left to rot, affecting everyone along the value chain.
We buy
the onions from the farmers, but this year, when we send it to the market, they are not buying. So we bring it back home and leave it to rot because there's nothing we can do about it. These ones here, I can't preserve them beyond 4 weeks. They will soon go to waste. We are appealing to government to buy the stocks from us and give it to the schools to use. We labored with our children, took loans to do this, but there is nothing to take home. In the Ghanaian markets, prices continue to fluctuate due to competition from imported onions from neighboring Niger, where approximately 1 million tons of onions are produced annually. The lack of storage facilities and poor market infrastructure, coupled with high production costs, exacerbates the problem. Buyers are not coming because there is already a lot on the market imported from Niger and Nigeria, and they are even cheaper. In 2 weeks' time, if I'm not able to harvest what I have on the farm, I would have lost more than 30,000 Ghana cedis that I used to cultivate this. District Chief Executive for Angloga, Sandra Kwedo, is appealing to government and state agencies to intervene.
Equally appealing to government to help us if they can speak to the buffer stock to come to our aid. Equally written to the second cycles institutions around here to help buy this product. I've also asked the school feeding caterers to also help us.
Across the farms here in the Angloga district are thousands of tons of onion left to rot on the farms because farmers are not able to get any good market value for their produce. What that means is that in the coming season, they may not have the financial muscle to be able to cultivate again because they are losing a lot more to the soil than they would have in their pocket.
And you had the Faisal Abdul Idrisu's report from the Volta region. Let's return to our earlier story about the two individuals who are currently appearing at the CID. That's Chairman Wuntumi of the NPP, and we do understand the former Attorney General as well, Godfrey Yeboah-Dame. Noble Crosby-Annan is at the CID headquarters. He joins us live on the phone. Noble, if you can hear me, first off, how would you describe Chairman Wuntumi's general demeanor and posture when he arrived at the CID headquarters today?
Beatrice, if you ask me, Chairman Wuntumi was in high spirits. He was his usual self when he came to the CID headquarters. Of course, that is in relation to conversations about his involvement with Akonta mining and the involvement of Akonta mining in alleged cases of Galamsey. We're talking about illegal mining here. He came in the company of his lawyer, Andy Apiakubi, and then Andy Apiakubi had a few words with the media. His concerns mainly were that it is unfortunate that the Attorney General would think, or the thinking of many, that his client has been lukewarm, has not been very responsive to requests from the Attorney General for invitations and for conversations. He says that he has been having correspondence with the Director General of the CID, so he expects the CID to also communicate with the Attorney General. So blatantly, it's not true that they have not been very responsive to approaches by the Attorney General. He's also talking about the fact that he's not very happy about the the quick escalation of the Attorney General about what is likely to happen to Chairman Wontumi if he does not appear at the CID headquarters today. He thinks it was not proper. It was not a proper comment that the Attorney General made. Remember that his client is innocent until proven guilty. These are many more things, as what Andy Apiakobi has been saying on behalf of his client, Chairman Wontumi.
Aside from that, do you have information as regards what transpired at the engagement?
Unfortunately, Beatrice, that engagement is a closed-door engagement. We don't know what is going on as we speak because Chairman Wontumi has not come out yet. He's still at the CID headquarters in one of the rooms having conversations, interrogations with some officers of the CID. We don't know what exactly, but of course, it should be relating to what is before the CID between Akwata Mining, Galamsey, as well as the Attorney General as part of the investigators. That is what we know. But hopefully, when Chairman Wontumi exits the CID headquarters or exits the rooms and he engages with the media, we'll be able to get to know get some information on the happenings in the room, Beatrice.
Indeed, we also learned that the former Attorney General Godfrey Yeboah Dame is also expected to appear at the CID because of that complaint lodged against him by Richard Jakpa. What can you tell us about that?
Well, Godfrey Dame too, we know, has arrived here. He came here in the morning. He was in the company of a few lawyers. A handful of them came in support of him. There were people who were also supporting Godfrey Dame. In fact, they were wearing some T-shirts that had inscriptions, "Don't defame Dame" at the front of the T-shirt. A handful of them here in solidarity with Godfrey Dame. At a point, supporters of Godfrey Dame, there was some disagreement between them and the CID, and that was because the CID was trying to, let them out of the compound of the CID because in their minds maybe they were disturbing or something. So unfortunately, they bundled them up with the media and then kept them out of the gates of the CID. But Godfrey Dame too, we know he's still in there, and interrogations or conversations are ongoing. Because when he comes out, we'll be able to glean a few things off him and we'll let our listeners know.
Indeed. Thank you very much, Noble Crosby Annan. He's my colleague currently at the CID following those two issues. The Ashanti Regional Chairman of the NPP, Bernard Enchibuesiako, who is currently facing the CID over claims that his company, Akonta Mining, has been involved in illegal small-scale mining, and of course that of the former Attorney General Godfrey Yeboah Dame after a complaint was lodged against him by Richard Jakpa, one of the persons tried in the ambulance trial involving then Deputy Finance Minister Dr. Kasiel Atufosin. Will bring you more as and when we have it. Let's also return to that story about the National Identification Authority issuing cards to children between the ages of 6 and 14. George Quaining has been monitoring things for us. He joins us live on the line. George, first of all, if you can tell us the situation on the ground, perhaps where you are and how the first day of this has been.
Thank you so much, Beatrice. So I'm actually coming to you live from the La Bethel and Salem cluster of schools. It's also a center where these children are taking their cards. 350,000 Ghana cards of these minors will be issued from today. And so before coming here, I went to the Registrar General's department, and the exercise is not taking place there today. They're actually doing the setup. And the issuance will be made at the Taki Tewia, the first cluster of schools around the Accra City area. And so that's where it's taken. But here it's already started. As at 12:05, 5 cards have been issued. They've rather started late because of the setup, so 5 cards have been issued. And according to the NI official here, on a daily basis, they anticipate that they can share 100 cards. But there are some children here with me who did a registration when they were in class 6, but are now in Form 1, so the wait was a year. And so they are very excited to actually get or be in possession of a Ghana card. I want you to hear from them. Just get that sense of excitement from this case. So you're talking to Beatrice Live. How do you feel going to get a Ghana card?
I'm feeling very excited for getting a Ghana card. I'm happy. We have been waited for a long time, and we finally have the chance to get our own Ghana card. That means we are now officially Ghanaians, and we are happy, very, very happy.
And what's your name?
Precious Kwasi.
Precious Kwasi is so excited, like you can hear from her voice. She's so excited. She feels that with this very Ghana card in possession, she's now fully Ghanaian. And there's another student here. So how is the excitement like to win the Ghana card?
I'm happy, so like I'll get a Ghana card. I can register my SIM. Then I can search a homework and I can do my things I like on the phone.
So what's your name?
Blessing Agbo.
Blessing Agbo too says now that she's got a Ghana card, she owns a tablet. She uses that for educational purposes. So now, if she wants to acquire a SIM card, she's not going to use her father's details to acquire that phone card. So now she's going to use her own Ghana card to acquire a SIM card, which will be in her name. So this shows that there's that excitement from this show. The NIL officials are saying that everything is as smooth as it stands and no hitches regarding the machinery that they're using here. So this is the situation report from the La Bethel and Salem Plateau schools here at the Fund 2020.
Indeed. Articulate children that you spoke to. Thank you very much, George Quaining, my colleague, currently following that NIA card issuance to some children between the ages of 6 and 14 starting from today. Now, the Minister of Education, Haruna Iddrisu, has emphasized the importance of discipline and integrity in the country's educational system. Speaking at the 2025 Ghana Teacher Prize ceremony in Ho in the Volta region, Mr. Iddrisu urged teachers and students to uphold these values, stating that the future of Ghana lies in the moral strength and professional commitment of its people.
No teacher is above the law, and therefore any teacher found operating below acceptable standards must face the ruthless and highest sanctions of your law. You have the state, the republic backing you as Director General to do so. But to our students behave. Teachers and your parents are molding your behavior and molding character. The future is yours. The future of Ghana is yours. But be disciplined with hard work, with integrity, the future will remain yours. At least President John Dramani Mahama has given policy approval for the social mobility from Director 1 to Director 2, separation from rank and posts. And accordingly, the President have asked for a committee. You will be invited to appear before the Public Services Commission shortly.
And he had the Education Minister, Haruna Iddrisu. When she first heard the word cervical cancer, she broke down in tears. Ifya Menu says in the face of devastating news, she's now poised and resilient to undergo treatment. Thanks to doctors, the assurances gave her strength to begin her journey. She spoke to our Eastern Regional Correspondent, Yvonne Nekwe. And we'll bring you that report in our subsequent bulletins. Now, weeks after a 3FM report, the Asqua and Kumasi Metropolitan Assemblies have joined forces to tackle a dangerous blockade of plastic waste and refuse clogging a key drainage system along the Asqua interchange to Ahojo Roundabout Road. The intervention is a critical move to solve persistent sanitation menace and combat the perennial flooding that plagues major streets in the area. The operation aims to restore the drainage system's capacity ahead of the rainy season to prevent future overflows. Let's speak to Ashanti Regional Correspondent Ibrahim Abubakar, who's been following this for us. Ibrahim, if you can first describe the scene for us, what's the scale of waste being removed at this stage?
Well, Beatrice, tons of plastic here. For now, we are told that at least they are expecting not less than 15 trucks to be able to carry all this waste from the area. In fact, the waste has even blocked the main drainage and making it difficult for water to be able to flow from one end to the other. Hence, anytime it rains heavily, you see the water spilling on the road, causing flooding in and around the area. And residents have been concerned. They said the situation has even led to high rate of malaria here because mosquitoes are around, and anytime they go to the hospital, those are the cases they have been recording. And this morning we've seen the machines here. It's a joint operation between ASQA and KMA because it is the drainage that separates ASQA from KMA. So they had to come together to be able to undertake this exercise. They are saying that it will take them not less than 2 weeks to be able to clear everything from this side. So it has come as a sign of relief to residents around, and also a part of effort to improve on sanitation within the metropolis and municipality.
Indeed, beyond that, the question again is how sustainable is this? What are authorities doing to ensure that the waste does not get back to the drainage system?
Exactly. So for now, they have started with education. After education.
And we lost him there. Ibrahim Abubakar, he's Ashanti Regional Correspondent. Well, that's it for the Midday News here on 3FM and 92.7. My name is Beatrice Adu. Thank you so much for joining us today. Log on to 3news.com for more news. Have a good afternoon.